What's up everybody, and today we'll be doing our top 5 favorite CSGO skins, but it won't include everybody in Die 1 because people are busy, so it's just going to be me and Ethan, and I'll be doing his top 5 favorite skins first and the reason why, and then I'll be transitioning over to my top 5 favorite skins, so here we go. And coming in at number 5 on Ethan's list, we have the Apotheris. And it's on Ethan's list for the reason because he just told me that it looks more expensive than it is and there's a lot of detail on the snake, and I can totally agree with that. Coming in at number 4 in Ethan's list, we have the MP5 Primal Saber. And the reason it's number 4 on his list is because he says that the Primal Saber looks nice, which I can agree on, and has a lot of detail, and again, it just looks nice. I can completely agree with this. The Primal Saber, honestly, should be more of a set, kind of like the Asimovs and the Case Hardens, instead of just being on the UMP45. I feel like a great version of this could work on like the AUG and or the 5.7. I'd love to see a 5.7 version of this. Coming at number 3 on the list is the M4 Player 2, and the main reason he has that number 3 is because he says the skin looks great and Mega Man is on the skin. So yeah, I can understand where he's coming from. That Mega Man on the skin obviously makes it a lot cooler. And yes, now going on to number 2. So number 2 on his list is a classic. You have the M4 Howl, and this is number 2 on his list because he says the Howl is one of his favorites just because of how rare it is. Yeah, it's one of the contraband, well, I should say the only contraband skin because of stolen artwork and just how much detail is put in the skin. Like, again, stolen artwork, and you can't go wrong with the Howl. I completely agree with that. And coming at number 1, he has the Op Dragon Lore. What a surprise. It's a great skin. Surprise, it didn't crack my top 5, but if I could do like a couple honorable mentions, it probably would have been on there. And it's one of the most iconic CSGO skins, if not the most iconic. And he says the reason for this, oh my god, the reason for this at number 1 is because the Dragon Lore is one of the most, if not the most detailed and best looking skins of the game. And I can totally agree with that. Now we're moving on to my personal top 5 favorite skins, and obviously this could change over time, and this is just what I was feeling as I was writing this up. And at number 5 we have the Tec9 Devamator. And the reason I have this is because I absolutely love the 80s futuristic style, and I'm glad to see it coming back, even if it's just partially coming back, just like in pop culture and all. It's pretty good, and that's why it's at my number 5 spot. And coming at number 4, we have the MP9 Wild Lily. Okay, I have to admit, this is one of the cleanest skins I've ever seen. Just the way that the purple and blues contrast off each other is just awesome. And yeah, that's why it's at my number 4 spot. And at number 3, we have the 5.7 Hyperbeast. And the reason I chose this over the Op Hyperbeast is just because so much more detail, in my opinions, on it, because it's just covering the entire gun. And I love the tiniest details on this. Like, it just makes the 5.7 look so much cooler, and it already looks pretty cool at the same time. And the best part of it is just like the Hyperbeast tongue on the trigger. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Number 2, we have the Op Wildfire. And the reason I chose this over other ops is because of slight detail and like the red accents on the scope and like the barrel and just like the body of the gun. Like the little, just the little arrows on the side, like the red arrows, completely like sends this gun skin to an entire new level, and that's why it's number 2 on my list. And number 1, we have the AK-47 Neon Rider. This skin is literally the best skin in CSGO in my opinion, like by a long shot. Like, there is no way that another skin will be greater, like just better in my opinion in CSGO, because it's just everything I've wanted on a skin. It's like 80s futuristic, which is like one of my favorite things, and then my favorite colorway of blue, purple, and pink together is just like awesome, and that's why it's my number 1 favorite skin.